Hi, this is Attorney Mike Gravelin coming to you from Chicago, as usual, and today we're going to take another look at sovereign citizens in Sovereign Citizen Court Bail number 6. Let's do it. Well, here we are again, back with the Fez. There's several more of these videos, and I just kind of want to get through all of them because it's fun. I've already done 3 or 4 of them. We haven't gotten anywhere. We still don't know if he's going to represent himself. He still wants to remove it to federal court, and he still thinks nobody has jurisdiction. That's where that's where we are. I don't know if we'll ever make progress, but I'm going to go through the videos that I can find, and hopefully we actually make some progress with this thing. And then at some point I'll try to do some research and see where it all ended up. There's been some notes in the comments. You can look down there. I mean, these are old cases, so the outcome is known, but I just kind of want to come at it naturally.
Representation on this case, he has not provided assistance. If he was representation for this case, the assistance is ineffective.
Well, my understanding is that Judge Smith has required Mr. Kiesler to represent you.
Objection. I will address this matter with Judge Smith. Judge Smith does not have jurisdiction and could not prove jurisdiction. Therefore, Judge Smith does not have the authority to make any decisions for me.
Of course, Judge Smith didn't have jurisdiction, but apparently he or she thought they did have jurisdiction and assigned counsel to you because they didn't think you were competent to represent yourself.
And neither do you. And neither does Mr. Kiesler, and neither does the Office of Public Defense.
I just really like this defense attorney. You can imagine the situation he's in. He's been assigned to be counsel for this guy. He doesn't want to do it, or I would imagine he doesn't want to do it. And, you know, he's just as offensive and rude as you could possibly be and sits there and puts him down constantly. But the attorney just refuses to acknowledge any of it. He just stands there and just like, I'm not going to respond to a 3-year-old temper tantrum. Not doing it.
For the record. Now, as I stated, you just told me that you denied my question. My question was, I need the information for the people here who are attempting to force business on me. I want his name and position, I want her name and position, and I want his name and position, and I want your nationality.
Not to point at me, and I am now going to ask you not to point at anyone else in the courtroom. It is very impolite.
No problem, man. Now I'm asking you to answer my question.
You know my name. That is all you need to know.
I don't know your name, man.
Judge Levon. That is my name.
Your nationality?
You have no need to know my name.
Yes, I do. You are attempting to force business upon me. I need to know your nationality. For the record. And your status. For the record. And anybody else that's working with you.
Your questions are unintelligible to me.
The unintelligible is what, do you not understand what nationality means, man? Do I need to pull out the dictionary? Which dictionary are you comfortable with using, man?
Now, that's just hard to watch, but she asked for it. She asked for it. She said, your questions aren't intelligible. Of course, she's trying to be nice. She's saying you're incredibly rude and out of line right now, but she doesn't have the guts to say what she's supposed to say in her role as a judge and say you're out of line and you're being disrespectful to the court. You need to knock it off. And if you don't knock it off, I'm going to hold you in contempt. So she tries to do this, and she uses this little euphemism of unintelligible, and then he turns it on her. It's just, she's done it from the beginning, from every video that I've seen where she's been on this case. She's too nice, and then she gets this.
For the record.
All right, the record should reflect that I am going to give to Noble Amir Kusamir L. I'm sorry, Noble Amir KCL.
And here we have more of the same problem. First of all, she starts indulging him in his fake name, and I don't know why. This seems to be universal, and I'm only looking at from the YouTube perspective. This does not happen with me in the civil context. People use their names. The names are really meaningful, or we're suing people all the time, and a lot of times it's corporate names, and you can't mess around with these sorts of things. You have to have representatives and people set up certain ways, and if you're an individual, then you just use that name. So she's using this name. I don't know if that's his real name or not. I don't think it is. I think it's the name that he's made up. And by using that, she's adopted his terms, and it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. If I'm handling this case, he's charged, he has a legal name, we're using that name in court. I don't care what you call yourself. That is your name. If you want to change it, go legally change it, and we'll refer to you as your new name, formerly known as your legal name. That's how we're doing it. But this is just all part of the chaos when you try to indulge this crazy.
A copy of Indictment 08-07-0727 and Indictment 08-04-0441.
Objection, ma'am. Can you state for the record who those indictments are addressed to?
Well,
Say who you were giving to. Objection. Wait, no.
I am
handing
handing the papers.
She needs to state for the
I am
record.
handing the papers to Noble Amir KCL.
I need to know who's on it, ma'am.
It doesn't matter who's on it.
Yes,
I'll
it
give
does.
you copies of papers.
I need to know who's addressed to.
Read it.
If it's not addressed to me,
Read it.
you've not read my notarized affidavits.
Read it.
You've not read my notarized
Sure.
affidavits.
Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this matter another date. Mr. Kiesler, you can make whatever application you want. Noble Amir KCL, you can make whatever application you want. Hopefully, in the meantime, we will hear from the federal court with regard to the removal application.
Oh, good. Some actual progress on something. Of course, it's from another court. He's been squawking about how he wants to remove this to federal court. I am shocked that they got something actually on file into a federal court for removal. There's no basis for it whatsoever. Based on my understanding, the underlying charges are state criminal charges, and there's no reason whatsoever that it would be in front of federal court, and they're not going to take it for any reason. So, spoiler alert on that one, that request for removal will be denied. But that's where we are.
I'm going to just state for the record that your application to do any other proceedings are denied because you.
Hey, crazy guy in the fez, you're not the judge. There's no application to proceed with the case. The case is proceeding. That's how it is.
Not proving jurisdiction, not that the prosecution who was here and present. Prosecutor, would you state your true claim for the record?
Your Honor, would any motion by our office be heard on the next date, or would you set a separate hearing?
No, it will be heard on the next date.
Thank you.
For the record, the application to proceed to set any hearing is denied, not proving jurisdiction.
April 6th.
Denied.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused, sir?
This is the only notice that I will give Noble Amir KCL at the April 6th date. I don't know if anyone sends out, I don't know if Mr. Kiesler's office sends out letters reminding people, but I don't, and simply expect that you will be here on April 6th. And please, let me just say this. If you want this court to rule with regard to jurisdiction, it is very simple to bring the issue before me. All you need to do is file the appropriate application in notice of motion.
Objection,
You
ma'am.
can file all these other papers, and it's just never going to happen, sir.
Objection, ma'am. That's not my problem that you're not upholding the law, ma'am. That's not my problem. That's your problem, ma'am.
It'd be hard to think of a more blatant example of contempt of court than what he just did.
Because whether you people understand or not, you all fired yourselves. So there is no room to set another hearing because you failed to prove jurisdiction in every hearing that we had. Judge Smith has failed to prove jurisdiction. You failed to prove jurisdiction. Prosecutor Luciano's failed to prove jurisdiction. You people fired yourselves. I'm letting you know that right now you violated your constitutional oath.
I just love it. You all fired yourselves.
Protected by the treaty of peace and friendship via 1787.
May I be excused, sir?
Yes, Mr. Kiesler, thank you.
Is this matter dissolved?
No, it's not dissolved.
This matter dissolved. It's not even a legal concept. What I guess you're hoping to say is this matter dismissed? And clearly, it's not dismissed. Did you hear anyone say it was dismissed? Well, there you have it. Another pointless day in court on this case. I still don't know what his name is. I'm gonna want to figure that out before it's over, because I actually want to look this up and give some closure on this little series when it ends. And right now we've just got a name I think he's made up. So you know, it's gonna be hard to look up what the disposition is on the case. But you know, we're still there, claiming there's no jurisdiction, trying to get to federal court, and what else are we doing? Insulting the defense attorney, who seems like a perfectly reasonable guy to me. Here at Law Talk, we answer all your legal questions and give detailed analysis of current events. Who am I kidding? We just mostly laugh at horrible court appearances. And occasionally you might learn something, but I promise I'll try to keep that to a minimum. Thanks for watching.